Good morning and welcome to our today's reflection with the theme, Be Vigilant, Stay Awake, Entering Advent with a Watchful Heart. As the liturgical year ends and Advent begins, the Word of God encourages us to look both ahead with hope and inward with alertness. Daniel's vision and Jesus' warning in Luke chapter 21 reminds us that Christian life is a journey rooted in God's promise and in our readiness to embrace it. In the first reading, Daniel is disturbed by the visions he sees, the images of the kingdoms rising and falling, the spiritual battles shaking the earth. Yet amid this turmoil comes a message of hope. The saints of the Most High shall receive the kingdom and possess it forever. Daniel chapter 7, verse 18. Daniel's experience mirrors our own world, full of uncertainty, moral confusion, and events that tempt us to fear or get discouraged. But the vision ends not in despair, but in victory. God's people will triumph. This promise anchors us as we enter Advent, a season that reminds us that Christ has come, Christ comes now, and Christ will come again. In the Gospel, Jesus gives one clear instruction: be vigilant at all times and pray that you may be strengthened to stand before the Son of Man. Luke chapter 21, verse 36. As Advent approaches, Christ wants us not to fall into drowsiness of the heart, drunkenness of distraction, and anxieties that weigh down the soul. Jesus says to us today, take heed to yourselves, lest your hearts will be weighed down. Vigilance is not fear. It is spiritual awareness, the readiness of a heart that loves. St. Augustine reminds us that the Lord will come whether we are ready or not, but blessed are those he finds watching. To stay awake means to avoid spiritual laziness, compromise, and forgetfulness of God. A distracted heart cannot recognize Christ, neither in prayer, in the poor, nor at the end times. Advent is not simply preparing for Christmas, it is a season for holy expectations. And Jesus calls us to a renewed spiritual focus, to shake off our discouragement, return to prayer, and guard our hearts from worldly noises. Vigilance requires quieting the soul and listening to God, and attending to what truly matters, as St. Francis of Assisi reminds us, to keep our eyes on the Lord, and everything will come into the right light. As we end the year, Christ tells us, do not be weary, do not be frightened, do not lose hope. And St. Catherine of Siena also reminds us that nothing is ever achieved without watching and praying. Our watching is not anxious, it is hopeful, like a bride awaiting her bridegroom. The message is simple but yet profound. Be vigilant, stay awake, pray always. The world may be confusing, but God is faithful. Advent invites us to begin again with a sharper vision, a more prayerful heart, and a renewed courage. As the liturgical year ends, we hold on to the promise of Daniel and the command of Jesus, that the saints of the Most High will receive the kingdom, and that we may stay awake, praying at all time. May this new Advent find us watchful, hopeful, and ready for the coming of our King.